You watching the film tonight, Tyler?
No, Karl. I think I'm going to be fantasizing and projecting our crush sales for this next quarter.
Can't say I blame you. They're looking pretty good.
Yes, it's going to be a big quarter for us. So, Karl, speaking of our next quarter's financial gains, have you looked at our fixed costs, and are they going to change any?
Well, Tyler, our fixed costs are actually looking pretty decent. We're going to keep them the same as last year, and as you know, we have a policy at Crush of trying to keep them the same from year to year. Those fixed costs really won't change very much.
So, Karl, what about if we changed our factory sizes? Would that help or hurt our fixed costs for the next quarter?
Well, we've looked at it, and by changing our factory size, our fixed costs won't actually change. But what we can do to increase profits is use part of our factory and rent it out to other businesses. Now, we've had a couple businesses that said they were willing to do so, and that will increase our profits as a whole.
So, Karl, that sounds great with our fixed costs, and I'm glad to see we're finding new ways to make more profit. Now, what about our variable costs? Are those looking any better or worse, or have we found any ways to change those?
Well, Tyler, we actually found a new sugar, and basically this sugar costs a lot less. So now, with each unit we produce of Crush, we're saving a good amount of money. Now, overall, this will cause our variable costs to go down greatly.
So, Karl, now that we've talked about our fixed and variable costs, what are our total costs looking like for the next financial quarter?
Well, Tyler, because our fixed costs haven't changed and our variable costs have decreased, that causes our total costs to have decreased as well. So now we're spending less money to create the same product. This will create our profits to go up.
That sounds great, Karl.
Does sound great. Sounds wonderful.
It's more money for us.
As the CEO of Pepsi, I've noticed that our sales haven't been doing so great, especially compared to our rivals, Crush. You're our new advisor here, Juanita Dor. What can I do about this?
Well, Bartholomew, there have been a couple problems lately. One, your prices are far too low. Selling that low, you're not going to make any money at any time soon. What you need to do is a couple of things. One, jack up your prices to all-time highs. I say this because it will bring you a lot of money in the future. Secondly, stick with this watery Pepsi prototype I've shown you. I think this is the key to your success in the future.
All right, thank you. Juanita Dor, I know that our competitors, Crush, are also involved in the carbonated beverage department. Why is it that they're selling so much more than us?
Well, as you know, because they're both in the carbonated beverage industry, Crush is a substitute for Pepsi.
Okay.
So they're in the same market as we are. So we have to do something that'll make us stand out. For one, why I recommend the watery Pepsi.
I see.
Second of all, what I would recommend doing is to lower your fixed and variable costs. Now, I think we're going to do this through the watery Pepsi. What it's going to do is it's going to decrease the cost of production. We no longer need all the sugars and all the ingredients that went into Pepsi. All we need is a little more water, which is going to be a lot cheaper for us. This will in turn bring down our total cost and create our profit margin to be a lot larger per unit we sell of Pepsi. It'll work out in the end.
So, Karl, did our rival Pepsi fall for the brilliant idea?
Oh, they fell for it. Not only will Pepsi now be selling watery Pepsi, but get this, they'll be selling it for $8 a bottle.
What a crazy idea.
Hey, being a sneak financial advisor has its benefits.
I bet so. So, the CEO of Pepsi had no clue about the elasticity of demand?
He had no idea. What he failed to remember is that the demand for the carbonated beverage industry is very elastic. There are a lot of close substitutes. So when one company raises the price drastically, there are always substitutes for the consumer to purchase instead. By raising his price of Pepsi, more people will now buy Crush because they feel the price of Pepsi is far too high, and they could have a close substitute for a very similar good for a much lower price.
This was a brilliant plan of ours. They're going to sell nothing. All of their customers are going to switch over to our close substitute Crush. We're going to have a great financial quarter. I am so excited, I'm just going to have to taste our product one more time.
I'm sorry.
That bastard Juanita Dor! He tricked me! I can't believe this, I'm not getting any profit. My profits are in the red now. What am I going to do? I'm getting fired from my job?